Welcome again. In this video, I'll be showing you how to upload your bank statements, how to create customers, sales invoices, and quotations. So in the last video, I showed you how to create a bank. So let's get into it. So now I'll come here. Remember, if you're on summary, you can always go to bank and cash accounts. You click import bank statement, you choose the account, choose the file. So this system only accepts documents that are in OFX format, CSV format. The system does not accept PDF. So you have to make sure when you download your statement on your FNB or Standard Bank, it has to be in OFX format or CSV. So I'll choose my OFX document, then I'll click next. So before you even go here, so what the system does is it helps you to see whether it is incorrect. Remember that you have a PDF statement, you are able to see before you import how much money was in the bank. After you import, how much money is it still, like, is it there, what's the balance? So this helps you to see whether your OFX document, if it's the correct transactions. So I'm okay with this, so I will click import. So now this is where it becomes interesting. I'm quite sure you guys don't have a lot of transactions, so you can just start allocating like this. This is out of town allowance. And you find the right account. So this must be under, we don't have an account here for under travel. You must put it under travel, and then you just click update, and that's all it. For things like airtime, you just click on the transaction, you allocate it to telephone and internet, and then when you're done, you click update. But what you must also be careful is the dates, the format of the dates. So I advise you, you see it's starting with the month, I advise you to change it. So how do you do that? You go to your settings, you go to date and number format, and you change the way you want. So we want to start with the day and the month. Then you click update. So it's reading now better. So it's just up to you. I advise you to start with the day or the month, because you have problems when you're uploading your bank statements. So now move on to creating customers. So you come to your customer. My first customer is TPM Logistics. Billing address. So on this one, that's when you have to capture things like, let's say I want to include their registration number. But I don't think it's that important. What's important is to, Okay, let's just write it. The registration number 07. Okay, this is important to include. If they are VAT registered, you come and write their VAT number here. It's important when they have a audit with SARS, or you have an audit with SARS, they want to see all of this stuff. So we just write a VAT number. The cell phone, it's also important, cell phone number. Maybe you also want to include the person who are in contact with in that company. It's then for your email address, we have this platform. So my person is Priscilla at tpm.com. Maybe you want to include their logo, it's still fine, or whatever that you want to put, but this is enough for you to create your customer. So this is how it's going to look like. So once you're done, remember, you can't just go and create invoices without creating your customer. First thing is, if it's a new client, you need to create a customer first. So some people will ask you now, we need a quotation. So you now come and create your, even if it's a quotation, if it's a new client, again, you need to create a customer. So sales quotes. So before I move there, because it's a new system for you, there are things that you need to customize on your sales quotations or sales invoice. So maybe you want to include terms and conditions on the quotation. So you must come to your settings. You must look for footers. You come to footers. You come to sales quotations. And then you come and create your terms and conditions. I've already created mine, so you just come write your terms and conditions and whatever that you want to write, and then click update. If you want to add banking details on your quotation, it's up to you. Again, you'll come and put your banking details and write your banking details here. On your sales invoice, it's the same thing. If you want to include your banking details, you come here, banking details. Because you have created banking details on the quotation, it doesn't automatically go to the invoice, so you need to come and create your footer. Oh, sorry, the first thing that we want to write is the bank. So my bank is FNB. Then account number. It's 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 29, my account code here. Or if you wanted to write the account name first. It's up to you how you want it to be shown on the invoice. So you come and write what's on the bank statement as your name, then reference, either you can say the invoice number or you can say customer name in big letters, because some people do not see this part. It's important for you to write it, because when you are doing your allocations, you'll be able to know this money is coming from this customer. So I'm okay with this. If I also want to add terms and conditions, you'll come into the same thing. So now I'm going to create my sales quotation. I'll come new sales, today's date, choose TPM. I'm going to do a consultation gig. Then remember, you can write anything that you want. So my description, try to consultation for bookkeepers. If you have quantities, I don't have quantities, my price is 10,000. If you want to give them a discount, you come and click here. It's easier just to put the exact amount. So I'll give them a discount of 1,000. Please don't mind about this. You see what happens, because I've already created my footers on the quotation. It's already done. So I will create So this is how my quotation will look like. Model with this. If you want to make any changes, you can come and edit. And if you're happy with this, you can just come and click this button, print, and then you send it to your client. Now let's say they've said, we are happy with your quotation. Please now send us an invoice. You come here to copy to, and you say new sales invoice, and then everything will come up here. See this amount, the discount. You don't need now to capture it again. Here, that's why also it's important. You come and choose the account. Remember that this is money that you're going to receive in your business. It's income. So you come and choose sales. If you like your account to be named service fees, you go to settings, charts of accounts, and create that account. So I'm okay with this, with sales. Then I'll just say click create. This is how my sales invoice is going to look like. Sorry, I forgot to, this is very important. There's no invoice number. You need to have invoice numbers. So go to edit. Here, that's where you, so maybe that's where you click you write the invoice number, or you tell the system, I want you to choose the invoice number for me. I prefer to just click, the system must do its own thing. You don't have time to think the invoice number story. So when it comes to due date, some can be 7 days, 3 days. I'll just choose 3 days because I want my money like in the next 3 days. Then I'll choose that, and then I'll go back down to update my invoice. So since this is a new system, my invoice will be invoice number 1. Everything is being taken from the quotation that I created, and then I have my invoice. Let's say that there is a person that you've been talking to. They said, okay, just give me your invoice. They don't want a quotation. So if it's a new customer, you come to customers first, you capture their details, then you come to sales invoice, you create a new invoice, then you capture the details. Yeah. That's it for this video. I will show you in the next video how to receipt and make payments.